Good morning, dear friends. We have something special here for you today. It's not just an animal twin cat. This is CEO Bill Oxidean's animal twin cat. Hi there, I'm Bill Oxidean. I raced radio-controlled model boats for over 25 years. Over that time, I won a lot of races and broke a lot of records, and I learned a lot, not just about boats, but about life. Eventually, I graduated to full-size drag boats, and I've had a great time doing that. Now, I have my own RC boat factory. We make the world's fastest, most reliable radio-controlled boats. Join us as we show you all about it. The story behind this custom boat is actually quite fascinating. Long story short, someone actually tried to scam us for this boat, but it didn't work. We got it back and decided this one's gonna be mine. Voila! Would you take a look inside? Full castle setup. We got the Castle Hydra 8S ESC situation going on in here. Wires loomed up tarantula style. Castle Creations 15, 20, 16, 50 kV motors. And guess what, y'all? We're running the sensors. That's right. We're running this RC boat with a sensor-based system. Just a little background. As many know, how I got here is I raced RC boats for many years, for a couple decades. I was highly sponsored by the top companies. Fun fact, to this date, I'm the most highly sponsored radio-controlled boat racer the world over that's ever been. I raced for the biggest names: Tekin, Team Novak, Sanwa Radios, Venom Batteries, Max Amps, all sorts of really awesome companies. The reason I was so highly sponsored is because I raced for RC car companies. Team Novak was so big in cars. Things will never be the way they were back in those days. I don't think anyone to this day will ever be as highly sponsored as I was. The companies just, they just don't have the money to do it. That being said, I have a lot of experience with sensor-based systems in RC boats because of Team Novak. All of their brushless systems were sensor-based. Hanging out with Bob Novak and being directly sponsored under him for many years, he taught me a lot about electronics, a lot about ESCs, how they work, what they do and why. And a sensor-based system basically will give you more precise control, more precise throttle control. Unfortunately, a sensor-based system can actually hold speeds back in high RPMs. The beauty of what Castle has done is when the motor reaches a certain RPM, it disables the sensors, so it's no longer censored. So at a certain RPM, it just goes wild, uncensored. That's really cool because you have the best of both worlds. The only challenges I've known sensor-based space systems to pose in boats is the sensor harness does not want to get wet. And inside the motor, there are Hall sensors, and those do not like to get wet. Well, that's beautiful, because Oxidean boats don't get a lot of water inside of them. My personal boat has the Quasar radio, and I actually siliconed it on instead of double-sided tape because we intend to do some crashing and bashing with this thing. Of course, as all of our newer animals, it is double thick, and that reminds me I need to put some flotation in the hatch. This brand new boat has been sitting on my rack for too long, and I want this thing to get wet today. There's no reason for it not to. We've got everything ready. I'm actually cooking up batteries this morning to get down. Oh, the Pop-Tarts are done. While we're here, let's take a look at the performance on these batteries. These are the SMC HCl 4S 5000s. We just charged at 10 amps. Let's see how many milliohms. Resistance, relatively low. 5.6 milliohms. Let's see how the other pack did. 6.7. But these batteries haven't been treated the best. And regardless of these numbers, they perform better than these numbers, it seems like. We'll be running 6S as well, not 6S, 6,000 milliamps as well. And we will be going through these motions with a range of our stainless props. 4219, 4317, 4519. Actually, this is a 46 millimeter. And it's polished. Check that out. I have sharpened the rudder blade. It won't be using these steel bullets. We're going to put a set of our CNC aluminum nylocks on it. We want to keep things nice and balanced and greatly reduce vibration.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
All CNC stainless steel. New sizes never offered before. Different pitch patterns. Different blade patterns. Different rake profiles. Different blade tip profiles. Our CNC machining process is precise and concise. It requires zero sharpening or balancing. Just bolt on and go. Unlike other high rake props that are cast, these are machined to precision to high tolerances. All the new props here featured are offered in pairs. Although we will have each of these available as single left-hand props. These props aren't just some clones either. They've been bladed and tipped and patterned and thinned by our in-house prop guru, Bill Oxidean. Okay, a set of the 6,000 milliamp batteries are done. There it says done. Let's check on the milliohms of resistance. 5.5. That's better than those 5,000s. Let's see how this one did. 5.3. The 6,000 seems to be a higher quality cell. Well, we got a few batteries charged up. We'll be going over a few basic things before we set out on our maiden. A boat like this is real powerful. And I want to check things over really well. Make sure everything's bolted down and nothing's ready to fly off, because there's a lot of RPM involved. Here at Oxidean Marine, we breed positivity. Because quite frankly, I have a happy life. I run RC boats for a living, and I've done it for many years. A customer was contacting me on Messenger this morning, and he was really admiring our products and really admiring what I do and what we do for the community. But he was wondering why people say so many foul things on Facebook. Why are they just so against Oxidean Marine, or why they make up so many weird things? It stems back from what I was telling you guys earlier. I was the most highly sponsored RC boat racer in America. I mean, any RC boat I wanted, motors, ESCs, props, batteries, I literally had no idea how much they cost because I got them for free and actually was paid to use them for over a decade. Well, a lot of jealousy followed me from racing. They had no idea that the whole time I was making a good name for myself and was going to use it to back a company. And when they saw that, they got really, really jealous. Really jealous. And they started just making up anything they can about me on Facebook to try to get you to not buy my products. Their main focus is for you not to buy them, because all they see is Bill Oxidean's gonna get rich. That's all they can think about. They don't think about the product. They don't think about the quality. All they think about is me for some reason. I'm flattered, but they get on Facebook and start trying to divert you. What they're trying to get you to do is buy props from AliExpress or from Banggood or anything like that. Now, what you're doing when you do that, all you're doing is strengthening an overseas economy. And you're skipping a hardworking American that's actually raced and that actually sits here and makes videos for you guys, teaches you guys how to use them, teaches you what they're about, and really cares about RC boats. Not just somebody with a CNC shop that wants to rip off America. And these people are so jealous that they're trying to recommend that you support something like that. When the gentleman asked me, why do people say these things? What I asked him is, why do people like you sit there and listen to it and say absolutely nothing? You guys know darn well how hard I work and how good our products are and that people are lying, but you read it and you run back and tell me, what good is that going to do? I'm banned from all those groups because they don't like that I tell the truth. That's why it's good that you guys are subscribed to this channel. I tell you the truth. Just look how far we've come in the short amount of time we've been here. Look how much we've grown, and look how many new different products we're putting out there. That's because you don't need to worry about me getting rich. I already had money. I actually have less now that I'm doing this. What happens is everything you guys put into this, every time you guys purchase from us, the money goes right back into our company. And what that means is the money goes right back into developing more products, better products, faster and more user-friendly products. So when you support Oxidean Marine, you're actually supporting RC boating itself. Well, I guess that sums it up for today. I gotta get on the water. It's early, there's no wind. Because remember, here at Oxidean Marine, we actually run boats. We actually play with them. That's how we know what we're doing. If you want to see a video on how this boat is done, just stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and by all means, continue enjoying radio-controlled model boating. Bill Oxidean and this special animal that actually is going to a celebrity, don't tell anybody, over and out.
That's all, folks.